bold. As I say, this ain't so old, but here come the judge. Here come the judge.
Just had to be, yeah, what's gonna happen is, Lenny's job is that door. You're gonna have Chabot, you have that room, so you just want other Ray.
Not a white collar kind of a
That's
person.
the way they said, I don't wear white blouses. Why would I wear one on the day of my investiture?
This is it. This is the day of.
Hi, this is the day of my investiture.
This is it.
You what?
I haven't changed my clothes before I'm in the camera.
Oh,
Well, we'll get the before and the
you're used to
after.
my family.
This is kind of a private deal here.
You're
We'll get
lucky,
the
you're
before and
lucky
the
your
after. You want to take your
dress
jacket off, honey?
Got a big problem.
This is me in my courtroom.
Well, she's really playing the role, too.
I come up here, and everyone's standing, and I say, be seated. Court is in session. Hi, everybody. It's my first day on the bench. So, counsel, how shall we proceed?
With the party. I don't want to ask why we're here.
Party of the second part,
Yes.
or the first part. This is it.
Raise your right hand.
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
She's got the words.
I've got a little thing right down here that tells me what to say.
And there's the
Because I
criminal.
fumbled it so much.
No, I'm the judge. I'm the lawyer.
And I said, I had to become a judge with decorating issues for you to decide you like me again, but he's never gotten to decorate a courtroom before, so he's pretty excited.
I'm sorry. Better not show him this video.
I guess it's on to the jury room now, right?
Yes, let's go to the jury room.
Don't
Okay.
forget, you have to save video for the speech.
From the press in
Oh.
my first jury trial.
Bob Eaton was hiding out here, you say?
Yes.
Watch it.
The press was looking for him in Palm Beach, but I knew where he was. 14 jurors, you know.
Yeah. Not that, yeah, large.
It's okay when you only have 6 or 8 on a civil jury, but criminal juries, they would say, you give them post-jury questionnaires, and they all filled out, we would like more fluids and more fresh air.
Right, then it'll be in the back. One later.
Okay. We're all into basic black here, apparently.
I'll be back. I have to run to the store. Did you get Jane's leg?
No.
Hey, when that happens.
She's trying not to let you see it.
Which is right in front. You know, as you're looking at the building, it says 1200 on top of the building. That's the front of the building. And that's the front entrance. And when you're looking right at the entrance, immediately to the left is this like hexagonal structure, and that's the commissioner's auditorium. And so if he parks right in front, yeah. And there might be valet parking. He should. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
That might be hard.
You may be seated.
Not ever in my
Talk
lifetime.
Talk about criminals.
Calm down, Carol.
Not us here.
Carol did do that once, and someone said, we don't care, we just like to
We
see
know
it."
that. We just like her stories.
Come on down here, Carol.
One that doesn't like you.
You know, I was up there before. Down there
Carol, I want you to.
Good people up here, criminals down there. Just get that straight. From the chambers to.
I don't know our family anymore.
It looks like Aunt Dorothy.
Hey, girl, how are you?
Okay. Yeah.
May I be so bold as to say this ain't so old, but here come the judge. Here come the judge. May I be so bold as to say this ain't so old, but here come the judge. Here come the judge.
There he is. Harry.
Just call me Chris.
Did you survive? I'm sorry I didn't get out there. I don't know what Mary Beth told you, but
Hey, bud.
Yeah.
Eddie, how are you? Good to see you. So,
They spelled it S-H-E-L-L-I, and I changed it to Y, and they just, yes, well, she got anything? I'm sorry. Okay. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Do you want your
I seen it in the paper. Oh, I called her and she called me back.
good to see you. How's he been? Good. She still rules the roost.
this guy, even though she just fighting.
Very special session of the 6th Judicial Circuit. My colleagues and I welcome you to celebrate the investiture of our newest colleague. At this time, what I would like to do, I hope I don't leave anybody out, I'm sure I will, and I'm sure I'll be reminded. To my right, your left, the Honorable Nancy Grant, presiding judge of the General Jurisdiction Division. To my left, the Honorable Linda Hallmark, the Chief Judge of the Probate Court. The Honorable Barry Grant, the Chief Judge Pro Tem of the Probate Court. To my right, the Honorable Patrick Brennan, Colleen O'Brien, Denise Langford Morris, Deborah Tyner, Fred Mester, the Dean of our bench, Richard Kuhn, the Honorable Stephen Andrews, Edward Sosnick, Rudy Nichols, Jack McDonald, and Elizabeth Betsy Pizzetti. From the Supreme Court, we are very honored today to have our newest Chief Justice, Maura Corrigan, Justice Cliff Taylor, and Justice Robert Young, Jr. From the Court of Appeals, Hilda Gage, Curtis Wilder, who is also the President of the Michigan Judges Association, and Judge Brian Zara. From the federal bench, the Honorable Paul Gorman. From the Third Circuit, James Chalinsky. Anybody else? My Aunt Millie is in the back. Thank you very much. Brooks?
If it please the court, Mr. Chief Judge, that was pretty risky knowing I was coming to the mic after that introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Oakland County's version of Survivor. I'm delighted to be the master of ceremonies today. You may wonder how it is that I stand here as the MC. Some of you may think it's because of my position that I hold here in county government as the executive. Au contraire, I stand here because of my friendship with the newest judge that goes back over 20 years. I've known her for all those years, good friend, and that's why Ray Chabot asked me to be here. Judge Ray Chabot is the 57th lawyer, and this is true, the 57th lawyer to be sworn into Oakland County as a circuit court judge, dating back to the days when we were a territory, then to become a county. And according to my records, Judge Fred Messer has been in all those investitures. We have a fairly lengthy program, as you've seen, so let me move right into our first speaker today, distinguished guest. I'd like to introduce her. She's the erstwhile and trusted counsel to the governor, Lucille Taylor. Lucille has been legal counsel for the governor for so long that she's seen more swearing-ins than a Marine recruiter, so she's an old hand at this task today, and I welcome to the mic, please welcome Lucille Taylor.
So you may know something I don't know. I'm pleased to appear here today on behalf of the governor, who is, of course, a person who takes a great deal of care in the selection of the members of the judiciary that he is fortunate enough to appoint. As you know, the governor, under our Constitution, fills judicial appointments whenever an interim vacancy occurs. And it is a short appointment, only until the next general election, but it is an important part of his duties, and I believe it will rank in his legacy when he leaves office as one in which he has distinguished himself. I would like to read today the letter that he has sent to Judge Chabot on the occasion of her formal investiture. Please accept my heartfelt congratulations on the occasion of your investiture as a judge of the 6th Judicial Circuit. Your distinguished legal career and the high regard in which lawyers and judges hold you made you a logical choice for this appointment. Your 24 years experience as a practicing attorney provided a solid foundation for the work you will now undertake as a circuit court judge. You have proven yourself to be an outstanding lawyer and will, I am sure, prove to be an equally outstanding judge. Your history of service to federal, state, and county bar organizations and committees evidence your dedication to improving the administration of justice. In your role as a judge, your opportunity to exemplify that commitment will, if anything, be heightened. You have also rendered invaluable volunteer service to the state of Michigan. I want to especially recognize your service as a member of the Second Commission on Quality Government and as a state civil service commissioner. A person who can survive a Second Commission and a full 8-year term addressing wages, hours, and working conditions issues of the state bureaucracy is indeed a warrior. In your new role as a circuit judge, you will have many opportunities to serve the Oakland County community. I am confident that you will do so with the same spirit and vigor you brought to your previous endeavors. I am proud to have appointed you to this position, and I wish you great success. I want to also just conclude by putting into today's record a few of the comments that were made on behalf of Judge Chabot's application for this position. I can tell you that the governor does take care in reading the letters, and I felt there were some that were sent on her behalf that are particularly worth noting. This one is from a department head saying on behalf of Ray, she has worked closely with her fellow commissioners to rewrite and clarify all chapters of the Michigan Civil Service rules, including the state's employee-employer relations rules and grievance and appeals procedures that have not been reviewed for nearly 20 years. Her exemplary attendance at commission meetings to review state employee appeals of employee relations board decisions and to perform other commission business is a testament to her commitment and devotion to the public. Now, the governor wanted it known that with Ray's departure, there is available an 8-year term on the Civil Service Commission. This is a comment from a judge with the complete facts of her case. She is forthright, extremely bright, and her integrity is beyond reproach. She demonstrates courteous behavior toward clients, opposing lawyers, and judges. She enjoys a sterling reputation among her colleagues. I cannot think of anyone who would be a greater asset to the bench than Ray Lee Chabot. And this is from an attorney who practices in this county. Ray Lee Chabot is an extraordinary attorney. She is well prepared, civil, a tough advocate, and an ethical practitioner. She is the kind of person who, upon donning judicial robes, will understand the proper decorum of a courtroom, would not sanction undisciplined and unruly activity on the part of lawyers, and would keep control of her trial. She would apply her record of hard work with an ability to render prompt justice, which, as we all know, is an essential element in all disputes. She would make it a pleasure to practice before her because of her even-handedness, accessibility, and social graces. You can see from comments like this and the qualifications that she brought to this process, it was an easy choice for the governor to select her to be a member of the Oakland Circuit Bench. Congratulations, Ray Lee, and good luck.
It was Bill Booth that once told her, quote, "Remember, Ray, when you go to trial, you're putting your client's fate into the hands of 12 people who are not smart enough to get off jury duty." Bill Booth.
May it please the courts, family and friends of Ray Lee Chabot, Judge Mester is old enough to remember W.C. Fields when he said, "You should never follow a kid's act for a dog act." I don't know where you fit in there. It is a privilege and an honor to be asked to say a few words about the person whom we are recognizing this afternoon. I emphasize the word few because when I gladly accepted this responsibility from my friend of over 20 years, my former partner at Plunkett & Cooney, Judge Chabot gave me strict limitations as to the length of time that I could speak. She knows that I tend to ramble a little bit. My response was, "Well, Ray, you presume that I could think of enough kind things to say about you to fill my allotted time." Well, she replied that I have to learn to talk nice to judges. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the outstanding job that the governor's office is doing in its appointments of judges across this great state. Lucille, please convey our appreciation to the governor. Now to the business at hand. Who is this Ray Chabot person anyhow? It's not good form to mention a woman's age in public, but suffice it to say that she's been around long enough to have experienced life in general, as well as in the practice of law. Her formative years were spent with her father and mother and 2 sisters at Walled Lake. I think it's a bit frightening to think that now 2 of our Oakland Circuit judges are from Walled Lake. But I think we can get over that. After high school, she made one of the best decisions in her life. She attended the University of Michigan. She worked for a few years after graduation in the commercial world, and her work gave her experience in in the field of real estate, I believe, and it whetted her appetite for the law. She was accepted at the Detroit College of Law, now at Michigan State University. Larry. And after graduation and successfully passing the bar exam, she began to practice in the bankruptcy field and the commercial law field. She was active in the Oakland County Bar Association functions, and we met in that venue. At that time, I had something to do with the management of Plunkett and Cooney, and I thought that she would be a valuable asset to the firm. She joined Plunkett and Cooney in 1982, subsequently became a shareholder in our professional corporation. I was not wrong in my initial assessment. Ray Lee became a very productive and a trusted member of the firm. She concentrated in commercial law, bankruptcy law, employment law, and medical malpractice. Some of you may know that at Plunkett and Cooney, we encourage our lawyers to become involved in activities outside of the firm. Ray Lee took it at our word. She belongs to the American Bar, Federal Bar, State Bar, Detroit Metropolitan Bar, Oakland County Bar Association, where she has been on the board of directors and is presently on the executive board, serving as treasurer. Other memberships included the State of Michigan Attorney Discipline Board, where she sat as on one of the hearing panels, State Bar Committee on Advertising, Specialization Certification, the State Bar Lawyers and Judges Assistance Committee, and as Lucille Taylor said, she does sit, or did sit on the Civil Service Commission through the appointment of Governor Engler. She has been on the Lathrop Village Board of Directors. The Better Business Bureau, she volunteers as an arbitrator, or did, and sat as a moot court judge for the law schools locally. One of the best things she did was she became involved with the University of Michigan Alumni Association, and she's done a great job in serving her community, giving back to her community. Today's investiture brings to the Oakland County bench a remarkable person who is intelligent. She is hardworking. She's a take-charge person. Now, Ray, you and I have argued about this before. I have said that men were assertive and women were pushy, or was it the other way around? We'll settle on take charge. I know she will be a credit to this bench, and she'll give her utmost to serving the people of the county. So Ray, now I have to call you Judge Chabot, when I'm sitting in my rocker at the Happy Valley Nursing Home, I expect to hear good things about you and your conduct on the bench. And I know that I will hear that you respect everyone who comes before you, including lawyers. So good luck. God bless. The firm is proud of you, and I'm especially proud of you.
So compelled to balance the record. I was sitting in Judge Barry Grant's probate court, and we were going to go to lunch. And there was a young boy in front of him that he was going to place. He'd been a victim of some unfortunate home situations. And Judge Grant said to this boy, where'd you like to go home with your mother? She says, no, she beats me. Would you like to go home with your father? She says, no, he beats me too. And the judge said to the boy, where would you like to go? He said, I'd like to go to the University of Michigan. They don't beat anybody. Our next speaker, good friend of our guest of honor from the firm of Kleinbaum, Opelwall, Hardy, and Felton, Hardy, Elizabeth Hardy. Elizabeth?
I am absolutely delighted to be here to join in congratulating Judge Chabot, along with her many friends, family, and colleagues, on her appointment to the Oakland County Circuit Court bench. And I commend Governor Engler for another first-rate judicial appointment.
In his 10 years as Michigan's governor, John Engler has exercised his power of judicial appointment with extreme care. Through a painstakingly thorough and thoughtful screening process, Governor Engler has selected candidates of outstanding merit to fill judicial vacancies in our system. Ray Lee Chabot is yet another example of the quality jurist whom he has selected for service. I speak today as a personal friend of Ray Lee's, as one who has practiced side by side with her in the heat of battle, as one who encouraged Ray Lee many years back to pursue her long-standing interest in a judicial career. Ray is a natural fit for the trial court. She brings to the bench all of the essential qualities that one expects in a jurist, plus those qualities that are so uniquely Ray Lee Chabot. Ray is a skillful trial lawyer, having actually tried far more cases than the average litigator, who may toil for years in discovery, but rarely, if ever, face a jury. Ray, on the other hand, has litigated case after case through to conclusion, and has faced, for better or for worse, many a jury. She will, as a result, bring to the bench a full appreciation for the trials and tribulations that parties and their counsel face in difficult and prolonged litigation. As a true litigator, she understands the day-to-day difficulties of the practice and is equipped with the skills to craft wise and expeditious resolution to problems, which would otherwise unnecessarily prolong and escalate the cost of litigation. But for those who might think that she will be a soft touch, or that they might sneak one by Judge Chabot, beware. Ray Lee has an uncanny knack for detecting the less than forthright and the wherewithal to call it exactly as she sees it. As she has consistently demonstrated in her own practice, Ray Lee also understands the appropriate level of advocacy, having always maintained balance between being an assertive and successful advocate and a professional. As is critical for anyone serving in the judiciary, Ray also understands and appreciates where the power of the judiciary starts and stops. She will not use the bench as a bully pulpit, and she will not use it as a forum from which to carry out a personal agenda. The quintessential Ray Lee quality is that of a straight shooter. She is without guile or airs. She socializes with people from all walks of life and political persuasions, and she has a laser-sharp wit for which there are no bounds. The members of this bench will find Judge Chabot to be a welcome addition. Her frank and candid style will be mixed with thoughtfulness and humor. And the members of the bar and their clients who appear in Judge Chabot's courtroom will come to appreciate the special blend of experience and character that she will bring to the bench. In a nutshell, Judge Chabot is a person of strong character and integrity. She is seasoned and insightful, and she will be fair in her deliberations while firm in her rulings. That is the essence of a quality jurist and an apt description of Judge Chabot. Now, it is time for the administration of the oath, and I have the honor of requesting Justice Robert P. Young to come forward to administer the oath.
I'm glad that you chose seriousness because it's a hard act to follow all those comedians. I thought we were here for Temptation Island, not Survivor. I'd just like to take a moment before I administer the oath to say a few words. I have been admonished both by Judge Chabot and my wife to be brief, and I have reason to pay heed to both of those women. I've known Ray for probably longer than either of us would like to admit. We have had a number of unusual experiences, most of which I cannot relate because I'm bound by the doctrine of mutually assured deterrence to relate them to you. And frankly, a number of my remarks have been stolen by the prior speakers. But we have served on the Civil Service Commission together, which was an indentured servitude akin to chewing sand. And I can assure you that, to continue the metaphor, she has grit. Ray is really been a stand-up lawyer. And it was in recognition of those qualities, the ability to stand up in front of a jury and be persuasive, that when I was general counsel of AAA Michigan, I hired Ray to represent AAA. She was really quite an extraordinary lawyer. I've watched her career, counseled with her, cried with her. It's through Ray and others like Ray that I've come to realize how difficult still it is to be a successful woman practitioner in Michigan. And despite all of the adversities, despite all of the less than stellar welcomings, Ray persisted and prospered as a practitioner. I think she brings all of the qualities that we like to see in a good jurist. She's intelligent by virtue of her practice experience. She knows what's supposed to happen in a courtroom. She has integrity. She has a work ethic. It's always nice to have a judge read your work product. I think you can expect that Ray will have read your work when you hit the courtroom. She has the experience and she has the temperament. She has a very good radar, as Liz Hardy mentioned, and I don't think you're going to be able to fool her. And she has, most of all, something that I always respected in a judge, the willingness to follow the law, whatever it was. Now those are extraordinary characteristics singularly, but to put them all together, I think makes for a wonderful jurist. And the citizens of Oakland County, I think, are very blessed to have somebody of Ray's experience and dedication to serve on this court. I would like, Ray, for you to just look at this crowd of friends and relatives. It won't get any better than this. From here on, if you're lucky, you will be offending at least 50% of the people. Come on up and take the oath. I might like to let you know that I have become the official ceremonial leader of Ray's family because whenever there's a civic ceremony performed, I've been doing it. The last time I did a service, I married Ray and Larry Campbell, so I regard this now as my official responsibility. Are you prepared to take the oath?
Yes, I am.
All right, would you place your right hand, your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me. She doesn't take direction. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Michigan to the best of your ability, and to perform the duties as judge of the Oakland County Circuit Court of the State of Michigan to the best of your abilities, so help you God?
I do.
May I kiss the bride?
It was represented to me that this was a non-speaking role.
And also a friend of our newest Judge, Ron Winkler from the Sheriff's Department for presentation of flag. Ron?
He said, just make a quick thing. But there's probably not anybody in this room knows this young lady more years than I do. And we'll leave it at that.
That's not true.
I'll tell you one thing to the people of, other than their sisters.
There you go.
And her family. But to the people of Oakland County, they're getting quite a person here. She will serve you well. Don't fool with her in her court, because she'll know it. So on behalf of the Sheriff of Oakland County, his staff, and the citizens of Oakland County, I'd like to present you with these three flags. United States flag, the state of Michigan, and the county of Oakland. And I hope you fly them proudly and use well in your courtroom.
we've all been listening this afternoon to wonderful, wonderful comments about Ray Lee, and all I would do would be to echo them. So rather than poetry, I'm going to stick to brevity. Today we've heard that Ray Lee is smart, fair, honest, humorous, hardworking, a leader, and every good quality that any person could ever want. And that is true, because I also have known Ray for a very long time, and I can't say my possession because slavery is outlawed, but I had a secretary of 20 years that Ray Lee now employs. And so you know I must love Ray Lee if I was willing to sacrifice my sanity for Ray Lee. Anyway, who could want anything more in a judge but a smart, fair, honest, humorous, hardworking leader? Ray Lee, on behalf of all of your colleagues of the Oakland County Bar Association, the Board of Directors who love you so, and its staff, I wish to present to you the gavel, which is a symbol of your authority and your leadership, and I am so very proud of you.
What a day. Well, hi, everyone. Hi. Welcome to my dream. And I must tell you, it was truly like being in a dream the first time I walked into that courthouse and saw my name over that courtroom. I don't know if I'm going to make it here. I am thrilled and honored to have received this appointment from Governor Engler, and I thank him for his confidence in my abilities. Anyone who knows anything about the appointment process knows that I didn't get here without the very hard work and loyalty and loyal support of many people. And it really would be impossible for me to name all of these people here today. So to all my friends who helped me to this point in my life, I want to say thank you. You know who you are. But more importantly, I know who you are. I owe gratitude and affection to the law firm I came from, Plunkett & Cooney. I spent 18 years there, and it was the stage for my greening as a lawyer and a litigator. It's a great place to learn how to try a case. There's a wealth of seasoned trial lawyers at that place, and they were always willing to offer their time and experience in helping me out, and of course, all of their war stories. Over 18 years, I've had all kinds of experiences at Plunkett. Victories, celebrations, and even feuds and power struggles. Who, me? But at the end of the day, like a family, we were always there for each other, and I'll certainly miss all the friends that I have at Plunkett Cooney. And I can't, at this point, fail to mention my very good friend and a big supporter, the legendary Bob Rutt. Those of you who knew him know how crusty and outrageous and irreverent he was. My kind of guy. He loved to party, and he would have loved this one. My love and gratitude also goes to my husband, Larry Campbell. Okay, Bob. He's loving this. Those of you who know Larry know how fiercely loyal and loving he is. Now, I understand there are some of you who have only had cases with Larry, and maybe you only recognize the fierce aspect of his nature. I see there's a lot of you out there. To those people, you can see why I'm glad he's on my side. What makes this appointment so special to me is that it's an affirmation of my roots. I've lived my whole life in Oakland County, and as you all know by now, I went to Walled Lake High School. I still look forward to going back and playing golf every year with my high school buddies. And as a matter of fact, one of my fourth grade buddies, Gary Bodie, flew in from Florida to be here with me today. I'm honored. My point is, I know and love Oakland County, and I'm excited to be a part of its justice system, to have an impact on my own community. To me, Oakland County is exciting and diverse, and it's where it's all happening. Speaking of roots, I must take a moment to honor my parents. They were married for 62 years, and my mother still lives in a house they built on Commerce Lake over 60 years ago. My dad, Ray Chabot, and I'm glad to carry his name, was a nature lover, an outdoorsman, a great hunter, and a sportsman. Oakland County appealed to my parents when they built their house here because back then it was nearly wilderness and remains today a place of great natural beauty. My dad was one of the original founders of the Multi Lakes Conservation Association, which today is a strong organization with a strong impact on the conservation issues in this county. This appointment is the ultimate tribute to my dad. I'm fond of saying that he taught me how to live and he taught me how to love. There was an article in the Free Press this morning that talked about how important a dad is in raising a happier, more successful daughter. That definitely hit home for me because my dad taught me that I can do anything. He was one of the original proponents of women's rights. He encouraged me to be independent and stand up for myself. And I really was shy as a child. But most of all, to have a well-developed sense of humor about life. And there are some who think he went a little too far in that regard. So he definitely was not afraid of strong women. Proof of that is that he married one of the toughest women I know. Anyone who wonders where I got my ability to be blunt and direct and to argue has clearly not met my mother. And I can see a lot of you know her too. It's very difficult to impress my mother, but even she's impressed with me today. I'd like to recognize the many members of my family who are here tonight. My sister Linda, funny, bright, and outrageous. My sister Carol, my rock, for her loving strength, and also my original play pal. My brother-in-law, Bud, the one with the video cam right in front of me there.
She asked me.
My nephew, Brian Milkey, and his wife, Deb, and my great nieces, Dana and Lexi, right here in the front row. Larry's daughter, Heather, and her husband, Mike McNutt, and with their two children, Stephanie and Stuart, they have made me Nana Ray, if you can believe that. My dad's sister, Aunt Helen, is here. She's honored me. My Aunt Ann Nielsen, and my Aunt Dorothy. And I have a whole slew of cousins here, and I'm going to ask my family just to stand up so that I can honor you. Predecessor, the Honorable Jessica Cooper, for being elected to the Court of Appeals. She was most gracious in helping me with the transition in taking over the docket. And I chose to continue with her court clerks, Barb Steva and Bob Cates. They're here with us today, and they are so knowledgeable and so competent, and I don't know what I would be doing without them right now. My new secretary, Jane Bramlett, who you've already heard that I stole from Betty, and she's regretting that already. And yes, I did get Betty's permission. We're having a ball together. And last but not least, I want to thank my new colleagues on the bench who have been so overwhelmingly warm and helpful in my first days on the bench. Every one of them came and dropped in and welcomed me and helped me out. It was It was really a welcoming experience, and I feel at home already. So for the future, I'll do my best to uphold your confidence in me. I'm truly humbled. Thank you.
Ray, would you like me to take your flag back?
Yeah.
What a group. The tour.
3 hours.
So it looks the same as it did the last time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Go on in, Mary.
Is that your office?
Aw, look at herself and Larry and Papa Ray and Grandma.
And her apples, I didn't know she collects crystal apples.
This is so cool.
Isn't
Look
it?
at
Huh?
That's
good to know, huh?
Dad.
But I guess it takes about a year for the judge to get her real stuff, so Plunkett-Cooney, it's protocol, they loan
I
it.
want to know what this little school is.
Oh, is it
You
really?
could have
I
seen.
didn't know that. I didn't know it took that long.
Take first.
Can I sit here? Order.
Now, don't go away, 'cause I don't have a picture.
Who are
I
you?
just took Brady's picture there today.
Are you a fugitive?
No.
You're the judge?
Dana Kay, you sit in that chair now.
The Honorable Dana.
Wait, Dana, stay there. Your dad was in my way.
All right.
Put your chin up. There you go.
Uh-oh.
Your Honor,
Look at Brian.
you've got a fugitive on your seat.
Yeah, wait a second here, I gotta get this too.
Oh, Carol, did you pick up the battery?
Yeah, okay. You gotta come over this way, Lexi. Come over by Daddy.
Without a robe, you may be seated.
Oh, okay. You can be seated now. You can be seated.
Ray?
Swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole
Oh,
truth,
she
and
knows
nothing but
those
the
words
truth.
now. Say, I do.
Do you love your aunt?
Okay.
Order in the court! Order in the court!
What do you want? Do a gavel.
You don't see him going anywhere, do you?
Come on, Debs. What, you're in the witness protection program?
Oh, thank you. Turtleneck. Part of the turtleneck.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Good
She was getting cold. She said, I can't wait for him.
There he is. Glad you got my picture holding the door.
Yeah, doing something productive.
I don't like it when the camera's on. Take a picture of my
I couldn't see which one. No, then he came
You're fine. I'm going to get you anyway. Hey.
Give me
really proud of you. This whole family is.
It's a good thing you're not part of it.
Me and my wife.
Oh, yeah.
You mean your sister?
My sister.
Me and my sister. Come all the way up from Kentucky just for you.
Did your mom and dad go? Yeah. Oh, funny.
Come on, honey.
My mom said she was looking for
Say hi to the camera.
Honey. When are you going to get
I've been telling Jennifer.
This is my buddy. My soulmate. Yeah? There you go. Let's check over.
Is that your final answer?
No, she told me to use a lifeline. Wait a minute, I'm going to use a lifeline. Hey, that's my final. It's good. It looks good. I wasn't making fun.
You can. If the tape wasn't on, I'll tell you something. Oh, sure.
I'm not opening it. She'll know. It's a great evening, but I'm tired now.
I'm not turning the tape off. So you.
I've actually found it a couple of days. But I mean, I
I have this Aon case that we bill hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And today I put in my computer and said, Tom, you take it over, you bill it, I'm done.
Thank you.